Welcome back, and tonight our first guest is Lynette Correa from CC for Kids, Career Coaching for Kids, correct?
Correct.
And welcome back to the show.
Welcome. Thank you for having me. Really excited. You guys are awesome.
Before we get going, I want to remind people something that I didn't say. The Dominican Festival is this Sunday at Franklin Park Zoo.
How can you forget, Leonard?
Franklin Park.
You, out of all people who are so Dominican, that is this weekend, the Dominican Festival.
I have a lot of Dominican friends.
I know that, hence my comment.
I'm an honorary Dominican.
You are. Así que este fin de semana el Festival Dominicano, y ahora vamos a continuar con la entrevista de Lynette Correa, que nos visita de CC for Kids.
All right. How you guys doing?
Great.
Great.
Awesome. So, Career Coaching for Kids is a social enterprise. We're a mobile business, student career coaching company, where we target 8th through 12th graders and career coach them on professional etiquette through 20 workshops that nonprofits who serve youth can choose from, for-profits that hire youth, and schools.
Now, professional etiquette, does that have a lot to do with like language and politeness?
Yeah, I mean, it has a lot to do with nonverbal communication, verbal communication, of course, what questions to ask during the interview, what's your elevator pitch. I mean, there's 20 different topics, such as customer service, email etiquette, dress for success, how to write a resume, a cover letter, a reference letter. It really provides some really awesome tools for a student to be competitive in the internship or job market.
So you guys are like a big company full of guidance counselors.
More like career coaches,
Yeah.
I like to say, because we want to try to motivate the students to be proactive on their careers. A lot of the times when I talk to my friends or any of my adult clients or even parents, they always go back to when they were in high school, and they always say, you know, this is what I wanted to do in high school, but I had to do this, you know, being in financial services now because of family responsibilities or mortgage or etc. But I find that a lot of the time students, high school students specifically, have a really great idea on what they want to do, and we want to empower them to get there.
Ok, so vamos a hablarlo un poquito en español para las personas que nos están viendo, que hablan español. Así que la compañía de Lynette, y le digo Lynette porque la conozco y la quiero mucho, pero la señorita Correa, básicamente Lynette, si le puedes explicar a las personas, le da como diferentes técnicas a los estudiantes de las edades desde octavo hasta, ¿verdad?, grados en la secundaria, para que ellos aprendan desde cómo escribir un resumen, cómo actuar en una entrevista, qué cosas son importantes, hasta la etiqueta, que es importante a través del correo electrónico, porque eso hoy en día se considera un documento formal. Entonces es importante para esta era que tiene tanta computadora, que los niños entiendan hacer las cosas básicas, pero también las cosas que son de la nueva era, como el email etiquette. Y if you see how Lynette is sitting, you know, she always sits straight and is always very formally dressed, and that's part of, you know, that's part of the whole, you know, genre and what they represent in her company.
Absolutely.
Lynette, what would be the one thing that you think is lacking in most students that you see? What's the one thing that they really need that you can provide?
Wow, that's a lot. I think definitely how to interview, what to do before, during, and after the interview is very important. A lot of the time, students don't realize the amount of research that needs to be done on the company that they're about to interview at. So the work before the interview and then during the interview, really having that confidence in themselves and knowing their resume and knowing what they want to do in the position that they're applying for. And then after the interview, really knowing how to write that thank you email and really being grateful and following up. So I'd say, if anything, sort of the before, during, and after the interview aspect of it.
I think a lot of adults need that.
Yeah, that's really interesting, because I mean, you really, it's not like this ever ends. I mean, you do need to interview in different, you know, stages of your life for different jobs, different positions. And, you know, another thing that I would think is probably something that you see a lot that needs a lot of not just encouragement, but actually coaching, which is not that simple, is public speaking. You know, because not only do you have to do it in school, and if you're interested in TV or acting or radio, but it's actually part of, you know, being a politician or, you know, a physician, or really there's so many jobs, you know, being in the courtroom where public speaking is huge, and you have to be, you know, forthright, confident, you have to appear well, you know, your diction has to be good. So I'm sure that's probably something that you guys as
Definitely
well
very included. and we encourage students to also have their style. My goal is not to create robots, but really it's for the students to have their own style, but obviously to have the basic skills, the basic tools. And it's encouraging because a lot of the times I'll see students, I mean, I've been doing youth and career development for about 10 years. Career Coaching for Kids is now 3 years old, so we just had our 3-year anniversary a few months ago. And what's interesting is that I have a lot of students Facebook me, and who are my former students, and they thank me for the work that I did with them even 5 to 6 years ago. And so, I mean, it really is amazing to see how a student can grow within the career coaching services that we provide.
Anything new for CC for Kids coming up in the next year, months?
Yeah, definitely. So right now, Career Coaching for Kids, we're interviewing and we're looking and recruiting board of advisors. So if there's any adult professionals that are within the marketing field, technology, legal, accounting, financial services, small business that are interested in being part of our board of advisors, we're going to have a phone info session by our board president, Carolina Zapponi, who is going to have a phone info session on September 15th from 8 to 8:30. And if you go on the website, there should be more information.
Excellent.
Okay. Well, Lynette, it's always great to have you on the show. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Gracias,
Gracias,
Lynette.
muchas gracias.
And we're going to go to a break now. Actually, one of the events that Fernando himself has shot, and we're going to come back with I've said my own name. Leonard Caplan with a song from his new lullaby CD. So
Claro que sí. Regresamos ahora con la música del guitarrista clásico, Aaron.